Hello traders and welcome to another video analysis. Today is Tuesday, 21st of September 2021. Let's take a look at the Forex calendar. Plenty of interesting things are going on right now on the markets. We got already published monetary policy meeting minutes overnight from, of course, the Australia. We have a credit card spending data from the New Zealand published overnight. Very interesting data because credit card spending dropped to minus 14% in New Zealand, way below the previous reading of almost 0% basically. During the London session, there isn't much, again, data scheduled for release, but we have a trade balance from Switzerland and we have a public sector net borrowing data from the UK and CBI industrial orders books balance from CBA. So we can see if this is increasing or decreasing. Of course, during the New York session, we have a new housing price index from Canada and building permits and housing starts from the US. So today is like a building day. Okay, so many data from the housing market and around the housing market industries are being presented today. We have our leading indicators from China this time scheduled for release at 3 p.m. So plenty of data, plenty of mixed data, not very much of key, crucial, important data with 3 stars here or 3 dots here, except of course monetary policy meeting minutes from the Australia. Nevertheless, some of this data might influence the market. So let's take a look first on something different. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Why? Because it's being very much under the pressure. The last candle, the daily candle, has made a new low at $40,025, which is very low. That means this whole move from the lows of the 28,964 to this recent high at 52,873 has been retraced. It looks like it might been completed. This move might be completed. So how much we retraced? We retraced around 50% of this move. Of course, there is a 38%, but we don't need any more, so we will just remove it, and that's it. So 50% is here, just below the demand zone. And right now, as you can see, we pierced this demand zone. We pierced the 50%. We have a long down shadow, and it looks like the market is being bought back up. The local high is 43,838. Low is 30,025. So that's over 3,500 on one bar already. If this candle become green, this is a very nice bullish signal, because that would mean this A, B, and C corrective scenario had been completed. Okay, so let me just put it here in correct form of ABC correction. That was the sudden sell-off, wave A. That was the counter wave, and that was the third wave in the structure ABC corrective pattern. These moves here are almost equal. So if this candle is green, the ABC correction is done with the 50% of the Fibonacci retracement, and that means the market is ready for another wave up, and we are waiting for this short-term trend line to be of course tested and then broken. So this is our current situation on the Bitcoin. We have this zone here, we have this zone here. Everything looks fine. So that's the situation on the Bitcoin. What is the situation on the Australian dollar? Because we have a monetary policy meeting minutes. So how much have we retraced? We retraced easily 61%, 7,249. We even broke below this level towards 7,200 and 21, so that's around 28 pips lower. But today we are bouncing, and that's a very, very interesting candlestick pattern here, right? If this candle will still be green, that means we have a reversal pattern around the 61%, so we don't need this anymore. Of course, we have the technical supports now. There will be technical resistance. Let me just take a look. Okay, this was the old technical support. It doesn't matter. Let me just zoom back in to this short period of time. We are going to move our support right now here. Why? Because as you can see, the market is reacting on that support, of course. So that's more important technical support than the previous one, 7,224. It looks like this is the technical support. Of course, that would be now the technical resistance, not that strong one, but still it's a resistance. So let's make it red. And we are moving inside of kind of a channel, we can say, but it's not that much important anymore, because if this market wants to go up, we still have to break above the red line, 7,415, and the last high, 7,479. Okay, so pretty good beginning for now. Reversal pattern, not too much of the momentum on this pattern, so please keep an eye on this. We might turn red again on this candle, so please keep an eye on this. But if everything is going according to the plan, we should retrace 61%, pin bar candle here, green candle here, reverse pattern. We should bounce higher on the Australian dollar. What is going on the SP 500? Very interesting things. Look at this. We've been talking about it yesterday, that the market is very high, but there's plenty of red candles here. Very unusual situation. And the market opened around the level of 4,386, but the low was 4,304. Very, very unexpected by many, I guess, drop. So let's take a look how we are already, how are we trading already on this channel. I will just move it. Let me just zoom back a little bit so we can see this channel clearly. I'm going to adjust the channel to the newest data. I think something like that might be good. We can even move it here right now towards the higher levels, and let me just put the middle line here as well, so we can see what is going on. And we are back in to the channel. So what is going on? We are back in the channel after the breakout, and there is very interesting level, as you can see here, 4,300 points, which is the middle line, around the middle line, which is the technical support. And the breakout below this level would be very, very interesting, because that would mean the momentum would get towards the extremely oversold conditions. So we have over 250 points on this move alone, and in terms of the percentage, it will be already it already is 5.43. okay, so if we get here to the nearest technical support or demand zone, there's 6.88% of a sell-off. That's a lot. Why? Because it will be, if we get there, it will be the biggest sell-off since many months. I think that was the previous one, and that's 2001, the beginning of the March 2021. So if we get there, that would be the biggest sell-off this year, the biggest sell-off, the biggest correction, the biggest pullback this year. However, please consider the fact that as long as we are trading inside of this channel, the trend is still up, despite the fact that we might be making kind of a severe and deep pullbacks or corrections. So S&P 500 is going down. What is the US dollar index doing? Quite opposite. However, as you can see, we got very interesting pattern on the US dollar index here. Maybe not like a pattern itself, but candlestick. As I said, we hit 93.42, our target level. One of the two target levels. The other one was 93.70, the high from the 20th of the August 2021. This is a doji candlestick here. This is a reversal pattern. Okay, so right now bears would have to test 92.84 and bounce back up towards 93.70 in order to keep the momentum here. If there is a breakout below 92.84, that means we are back down towards 92.32 and then towards 92 points around here, towards the lower channel line of this short-term channel, the orange one. Okay, so please keep an eye on this situation here, because it might be crucial for the further price movement on the US dollar index. And let's take a look. If we are talking about the US dollar index, S&P 500, what is gold doing? The gold is not going up. Unfortunately, gold is not going up. Apparently, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing since the highs from the beginning of the September around 1,833. We have our first leg of the sell-off, bounce, second leg of the sell-off. Now we're bouncing and we are expecting another wave of the sell-off towards those zones here. As you can see, those are the levels: 1,689, 1,668, 1,623. We can even get there. So far, the technical support around 1,760, 1,740 holds the bearish pressure, but as you can see, the market conditions are very negative. Momentum is weak, and the market is under the control of bears. So I think that sooner or later we're gonna hit oversold conditions again. Maybe even new low will be made around this green demand zone here. Okay, in order to change this view, we need to break above the highs from the 3rd of the September, $1,833. All right, so without this, we cannot say that the gold is going back up anymore. And it looks like ABC. No, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a fifth wave missing. This so far looks impulsive, not corrective, just like this, but that's way faster and more dynamic decline than the current one. So that's my outlook for the gold and the other assets. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you guys soon. So take care and bye bye.